Hey, it's Uncle Frankie here. So today I'm going to show you how to get new clients in your legal practice without sort of having to spend a lot of money to do it or break the bank in the process. I warn you first, this won't quite be like an episode of Suits. There will be no fame, money, liquor, whores, all that good stuff. However, I'm going to show you the most next closest thing that's actually realistic, which is how to get the types of clients in the door that you actually enjoy dealing with on a personal level, all while making more money and actually working less hours in the process. So this technique I'm going to show you will allow you to effortlessly add 5 to 10 extra new high-value clients each and every month. It works quickly. It doesn't cost a lot of money to implement. And there aren't really a lot of fancy technical know-how gimmicks that you have to learn how to implement. And what I consider to be the best part is that you won't have to deal with what I call a lot of deadbeat cases, the clients who take up a lot of time, energy, don't really respect your advice as the learned analysis of professional, and really just leads to a whole lot of frustration. They often say things like, I'm in this on principle, and so they just kind of ignore everything you're saying. So we're going to intentionally push those kinds of people away. So when you do this, you can really have complete freedom in your legal practice, and you can focus on more quality family time, or maybe whatever's important to you, like fulfilling your Suits fantasy in your spare time. So you're not really a lawyer until you actually get a client in the door face-to-face. None of this fun stuff gets to happen. Your owner made you fetch the ball but never actually threw it. I'd say you have a strong case for fraud. By the way, the accused sounds completely guilty in this case. So I'm going to give you this advanced marketing secret in just a second. First, though, I have to tell you a very quick story it's kind of embarrassing. The first time I discovered this technique that I'm about to show you, it was completely by accident. So I wish I could tell you it was some stroke of marketing genius. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you it was the first time we really had something, on this level of success. So here's why this story is really important to you. This client was fresh out of school, so he had no advertising money, no past clients, no anything really. No one in the universe was paying attention to his legal practice. So he had literally every single obstacle you can imagine working against him, and the results are pretty mind-boggling. I think you're going to want to pay attention to this part, because we made over $1 million in around the first 10 months we implemented this strategy that I'm about to share with you. And when I say $1 million, I mean actual take-home profits, not just fees that we generated. So naturally, the first time this happened, I was completely shocked. My jaw was on the floor. I didn't expect those kind of results the first time. I was just completely blown away. So we had to try it again. Truth be told, I just wanted to see if we got really lucky. And to my total surprise, it just kept working. Even today, when a client needs new clients in their practice fast, this is like my go-to number one fastest implementation strategy. So you're going to want to pay attention and take lots of notes. I should mention, it no longer surprises me that good marketing can improve a legal practice. It shouldn't be a secret. You can double, triple, or even quadruple your income just through marketing alone. So as a disclaimer, I should warn you, I'm not suggesting for the love of all things holy. I'm not saying these results are typical, though I do believe if you implement them as I'm outlining in this video, you'll experience at least 5 to 10 new clients predictably every month like clockwork. So let me show you what we discovered right now. Google AdWords, and if you've ever heard all this stuff, I can just hear you probably sighing in the background and rolling your eyes saying, I've heard all this Google stuff. I've got 3 Indian spammers a week trying to sell me SEO and all these PPC guys. And so I should really emphasize that what I'm about to show you, this is very different than probably what you've heard in the past. So if you've ever ran a Google ads in the past, which is showing paid advertisements to people searching, your experience probably was not a 7-figure result. And so the reason is that there are several advanced secrets that even Google itself won't tell you. So if you haven't been able to get these types of results in the past, really it's not your fault. There's literally no way you could possibly already know this stuff. You're also probably busy, trying to be a lawyer and actually doing the things that an attorney has to do on a day-to-day. But on top of that, really no one else will show you what I'm about to show you. So let's actually dive into this, and let me show you the step-by-step exactly how to get these results for yourself. First, you need to see the 3 deadly AdWords mistakes you absolutely must avoid. And then I'll show you how to get this all rolling for less than $200 in just a minute. So you're going to want to keep watching for that, of course. So deadly mistake number 1 is what I call the boring ad template. And it looks like this. It says, the lawyer, the practice name, we do blank, blank, and blank, a list of areas of practice. Some mention about how they're experienced, and call us for a free consultation. So here's actually an example of the boring ad template. I scanned this from the Yellow Pages, of which there were many. And I don't think this one actually has a free consultation, but you'll notice it has the name, it has the experience slogan, it has the list areas of practice, and it has a phone number. Now, this boring ad template is used by 99% of attorneys. They look exactly like this ad format. And it's not just their ad. Usually their website is kind of more of the same. It's what I call like a glorified business card. So I actually just did a search for lawyers in my local area, just as a test to see how many were doing this. And the entire first page, both advertisements and the organic listings, were all using this template, every single one of them. So that's important to you because to a potential client, it makes all attorneys sound the same. Even if you're nothing like, all those your competitors, to a client, you sound identical. And so that's going to be great news for you in a minute, because I'm going to show you, using this technique, how you can be the 1% that completely stands out, and it will completely baffle your competitors why you are so busy and why it's not working for them. And it just comes down to marketing. It has nothing to do with your actual ability as an attorney. So deadly mistake number 2, people do this in AdWords, which is going after every single keyword. This happens really because when you get in there, Google starts suggesting to you all these keywords. They make it sound like this really awesome idea. Reason being because they want you to spend a lot of money, but it's actually a horrible idea, and that's the number one reason so much of this backfires. So here's why that matters to you. Google actually lowers your advertising price when more people click your ad. So that actually sounds counterintuitive, because you would think as you get more people, you spend more money, but it's actually the exact opposite. So an example of like doing this wrong, the horrible mistake here that you want to avoid, is I searched for a corporate lawyer in my area, which is the Detroit area, and guess what I found? 7 out of 11 lawyers were literally throwing away money. Now keep in mind again, I searched for a corporate lawyer, and what I found was that there are 3 bankruptcy lawyers here. There are 2 personal injury lawyers, and this was just like the top half of the page. When I scrolled down to the bottom, there were also 2 more divorce lawyers. Now, I searched for a corporate lawyer, so all 7 of these are just wasting time and money because they're showing it to the wrong people, and they're driving up their advertising costs, actually forcing themselves to spend more without probably even realizing it, because they're not properly matching it to the people who are looking for it. So, I mean, it shouldn't really be that top secret, but here's the secret formula, which is basically a good ad that works means you pay less money and you get more high-paying clients. So you're actually going to spend less to get more people. And a bad ad means you pay more money for less clicks and you get less clients. So those people are actually driving up their own client costs without even realizing it. So imagine how much easier it is when clients come to you and they're just predetermined to hire you because you're showing them something that's completely relevant to them. So deadly mistake number 3 is really what I call no offer or a vague call to action. So when you use the boring ad template, which you obviously want by now know you should avoid, is that 99% of attorneys, they just can't measure which ads work and which ones don't. And this is usually because, some advertising salesman showed up on their doorstep and sold them this thing that they told them was a good idea. But at the end of the day, what ends up happening is they're just hemorrhaging marketing money, have no idea what's working, what's not working. So if you summed up their offer in one sentence, you would say, call us when you feel like it. So, simply put, you need an offer on all your marketing. You need to specify something specific that a client can actually get. So it's what makes your marketing stand out to good clients. You want to have an offer that's communicates directly to a good client. So by doing that, you're going to intentionally push away the bad ones. So finally, without all that build up, let me finally show you our winning $1 million ad the first time we did this. Before I do, understand that even though it's incredibly simple, it is also profoundly powerful in its simplicity. So it looks like this. It said $3,900, and it was a specialized service. For legal reasons, I can't tell you what that specialized service, but you could imagine, something here like bankruptcy case or, immigration, something like that, right? And then Google allows you 2 lines of below your ad, and it also has your URL. So it had no hidden fees, free consultation, that's all it said, and then the client URL. And so this ad was really so magnetic. Typically in Google, the average response rate on an ad is between 1% to 2%, if I'm not mistaken. And we were getting around 12% click-through. And as a result, because our click-through rate was so high, the price Google was recommending we were paying for ads, we were actually paying about 15 to 20% of what they were recommending. I remember in this particular case, Google was recommending $7 to $8 per click for those people who were looking, and we were getting them for $1.20. And so not only were we getting more clients, we were actually paying less money than our competitors to do it. So the other important thing is we were only bidding on highly targeted keywords, right? So if we, as an example, it would be our practice area, the word lawyer in the city. So for example, if I was a bankruptcy attorney in the Detroit area, I would only bid on keywords that sounded like bankruptcy lawyer Detroit. And so there's obviously variations of that. You might see like lawyers with an S, or the word attorney, or maybe the order switch, you might see it as Detroit bankruptcy lawyer. But we only bid on our specific area of practice in our city, and that was it, and nothing outside of that. So what ends up happening is that the client clicks on this advertisement, and then instead of just going to a page on our website with the same, typical boring information, lawyer name, we do blank, blank, and blank, we're experienced, still call us. It was a page that actually had client benefits. It started to discuss the reasons and the different ways that we could actually help them. In short, I mean, it was all about their specific situation. Then we reiterated that they could get a free consultation, which is really just a technique to take away the risk, because the client's kind of a potential client scared of somebody new. They're worried they're going to get ripped off. Even if, you're not that type of person, it's still on their mind because they've been ripped off in so many other situations. And then, of course, we had this specific time-limited offer, which was the $3,900 specialized service. And so that allowed us to actually measure how many people were filling out the form, actually calling for a consultation. So you get a lot of awesome side benefits. But in short, what I want you to take from that page is the page itself wasn't about us. It was all about how we could actually help the client. It was all about them and their situation and the cool stuff we could do to help them eliminate the situation they were in. So now, not every area of practice obviously allows for a price-based offer. I understand that. If you're a personal injury lawyer, your cases can be all over the map. However, every lawyer can make an offer that is more than just call us when you feel like it. So 2 quick examples. I'm not affiliated with either of these examples in either way. This lawyer has an offer for a free report. So he's going to send you some information. And that's important because he can actually measure how many people come to his website, get the free report, read it, and then, he can put a tracking phone number or a special link where he can measure how many people actually become a client. Or this was an example for a live event. And I would say, using the free report of the live event, pretty much 99% of areas of practice can use this. So with a specific offer, you can actually measure your marketing response and who becomes a client. So you know which ads are making you money, and you actually know the information very quickly. It's not sort of like, a lot of typical advertisements, you won't know until 6 months from now whether it worked. So you get a whole lot smarter, probably shouldn't have used Homer Simpson as this, but it allows you to be more intelligent about where you put advertising dollars, since you can be almost ruthlessly accountable to each and every dollar. So usually you'll know before you reach $100 in spending if it's making you money. You'll know almost instantly whether you should keep advertising or sort of hit the pavement and revise the ads. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. I'd like to give you even more advanced strategies that help you really attract even more high-paying clients and do it even easier and faster than I showed you in this video. I've also got 3 insanely powerful ways to give you even more results using this strategy. Over the years, we've learned to refine it and make it more sophisticated. So it's helped us more than triple our results since that first $1 million campaign. And I believe it'll help you supercharge your own marketing for your own legal practice. And I'll also reveal a few other surprise ways you can create a steady, consistent flow of high-paying clients. So you can get that for free right now. I should reiterate, that's a good word, free, for a limited time by clicking the link in the description of this video. Or you can just go to lawyerclients.com, type that in right now before this free offer runs out. Either way, thanks for watching.